Hey everyone, just when you think there are no more types of graphic novel adaptations, here is yet another one, simply called The Life of Jesus, a graphic novel. Yeah, let's take a look what this is all about. A really good looking front cover. Definitely love the style of it. Let's quickly take a look at the back here. As we would expect, this is a graphic novel that will clearly focus on the life of Jesus and nothing else of the Old Testament or the New Testament other than just his life. Illustrated by best-selling illustrator José Montero. So let's jump in. Dedicated to Christ, our risen King. Got the title page here. We have our contents. Let's start here with obviously his birth and baptism, his ministry, his miracles, his teachings, his relationships and forgiveness, discipleship and action, the price of true love, and of course the death and resurrection. Okay, this art style is similar to Action Bible and Kingstone, but you can tell the way they use their colors. It is not the same style, and even the way they draw their lines, definitely different. There's lots of words here, so I wonder if they're trying to match as closely as they can to scripture. I see they do have scriptural reference at the bottom, which is always helpful, and I would almost expect at this point it should just be mandatory. I can't see why you wouldn't. I know there's adaptations that just want to paraphrase, and I guess that's okay, but I think sometimes it's more important to represent the accuracy of the Bible than just to simplify it. So of course we are starting off with the story of Mary and Joseph and how they are to head down for a census. And of course Mary's pregnant and they are heading down here to Bethlehem, and it doesn't take long, page 7, where Jesus is already born. The art style is fine. The only thing I've noticed is there is lots of text and lots of panels, as you can see. Like, okay, I guess we have one across here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So definitely heavy on the panels. That's not either a good or a bad thing, but lots of text. So I'd rather have more text than less text. It's weird. On the one hand, it is nice to see certain adaptations have less text so you can just visually take it all in, but I think if you are going to be known as a comic book adaptation, you should have dialogue in it and lots of text. I think they strike a balance well where it's not too much text. I think they're doing a pretty good job with this in terms of trying to accurately represent the Bible. And I love that they have a title here, like just to remind you of, which section you are in. All the pages have a very busy composition, and they're large pages, as you can tell. So even though this is not like a super thick book, it will take you some time to get through this. I'm not going to say this is my favorite art style. I think I always have preferred the art style with thin lines rather than thick lines. I don't know why. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with this art style at all. I've always liked the art style where the lines are very thin and smooth, but there is an advantage to these thick lines. It definitely adds a lot of grit and detail. But I am really surprised that this kind of book exists, especially on the heels of the Action Bible and the Kingstone Bible, which to me are the Kingstone, in my opinion, is the most comprehensive one. To see this, I'm kind of surprised. It is nice that there are more options out there, but I don't know what more this can personally add that's different from Kingstone. And especially this is only tackling the life of Jesus. I guess that is their only selling point, is that perhaps this focuses more on Jesus' life than perhaps the Kingstone, but a little surprised they made something like this. Oh, wow. There we go. John's head on a platter. They don't shy away from that. Relationships and forgiveness. So in some ways, I can see this section being a lot of the parables that Jesus is talking about, and of course his discussions with the Pharisees. So overall, I guess I feel kind of neutral about this. I think it's an extra resource for teens and adults, but I'm not seeing anything drastic that is wowing me. I'm not expecting that, but definitely am glad that there is another resource out there for people to learn more about the life of Jesus in a comic book format. Flip near the end here, death and resurrection, of course. Let's see how much gore is him on the cross. There he is, getting whipped and having a crown of thorns on his head, carrying the cross. No, they are very light on the blood. They don't shy away from it, but they definitely don't glorify it. So even the puncture here, like, it's interesting. They don't shy away, but it's not something that makes you want to turn your head away, or it doesn't make you feel grossed out at all. So they handle that pretty well. And by about page 136 mark, is when it all ends. He descends, and that is it. This has been the story of the life of Jesus from his birth to his going up to heaven. He is alive and has promised to return. The story continues. There we have it. The Life of Jesus, a graphic novel. I don't know if they're going to add any more to this. This could just be a one and done. Yet, once again, there is another graphic adaptation, and that's always a good thing because it's always good to have more options.